good, guys? It's your boy Sensei, the realist, the illest, the master, the operator, the one that did it before it was done. And yes, guys, welcome back to another video of Kicking It With Senseii. Yes, guys, before we get into it, I'ma need you to like, comment, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you're notified when I drop. And yes, guys, let's get into it. Yeah, guys, the video for today is gonna be a bit different because it's international break right now as I'm speaking. So and there's a lot of games happening. Some of them are broadcasted, some which are not, but what is broadcasted is the Nations League. So yeah, I'm gonna just touch on the games that I could watch, then and update you all on the next video about those games, because also load shedding is also messing up with me watching the games and all of that, which makes things a bit tricky, but I'll try, catch the games when I can and give you an update as to what happened in those games. And but this international break is a very, 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 very important one, and it's because it's, I think, the last one, or there might be another one just before the World Cup, which is like in 2 months. And this is a time for players to now solidify their positions in the national team, and those that are knocking on the doors to raise up their hands and go there and represent and stamp their positions. Because guys, this World Cup season, everybody wants to go to World Cup, everybody wants to play in the World Cup, like it's footballers' dream to play in the World Cup, so and I want to touch on this World Cup chat. I want to touch on this international break chat. I want to touch on the chat with England. There were talks going on about Southgate selection, more specifically with players that were not on form being selected. For example, Trent. Talks about Trent not being selected were high because his form from the season, in the beginning of the season right until now, has been shaky. But guys, I'm saying, in my opinion, that never mind his form right now, guys. Form is temporary, but class is permanent. It does not take away that Trent is a world-class player and he's deserving to be in the national team and representing his nation. Yes, starting him would have been a shaky thing, and there we can argue. But for his selection, he didn't even say that he's gonna start him, Southgate. He selected him to be part of the camp so that the chemistry can build. And Southgate, I like what Southgate thinks, because Southgate is thinking the World Cup, and and for teams to shine in the World Cup, you need them to bond with each other and to be used to each other, so that they can know each other's plays, each other's strengths, each other's weaknesses. Now, if you're gonna chop and change and add this player because of form, then they come back, then they're not shining again, you take them away, and maybe one player was used to how a certain player played, and now they're not there anymore. Now they have to adjust again. So, but if you still keep the core of the team and you add a few players here and there, not even a few, maybe a handful of players, just to be part and see if they can really test themselves on the national level. Nations must be open to growing the national team and giving players a chance, but keep the core of the teams. That's how teams shine, and that's how nations become successful, because they keep the core and they just add here and there. And get me, you see, what they did with Ivan Toney. Ivan Toney proved himself. He was on form in the league. They gave him a call-up. Now he must go test himself. If he can't, then he stays there playing for his club there, Brentford. And because there's a difference, guys. Not all club players can be national players. Or let me say, not all players can be national players. There's national players and there's club players. And then, there's players that can play for the national team, that they have the skills, the talents, and the class to play for the nation. Then there's players that shine in club. Like when they go to the big stages, they shy away. It's just them, you know. So us, like that's where we fall off with. Now I'm comparing those nations to South Africa. Where South Africa, we dish out call-ups like it's nothing. Like we just give call-ups, and then it does not help us build a team that can go out there and compete. You know, I for myself have a call-up there, but I don't want to talk too much about that because they're about me right now. But so because if you're gonna dish out call-ups like that, it prevents us from building a solid team that can go there and compete, like I said, you know. And these, like, if you want players to go test themselves, play them in these gimmicky tournaments, which I don't know why we have them, but your Kasafas, your Chants, those tournaments, let them go test themselves there. Once they've tested themselves on a regular and they are performing there, like, and they are worthy of that call-up to the first team, the national team, like the co-national team. Because in South Africa, like, I can't even tell you right now who's our national team changes every international break. You know, you one time, okay, the regulars you'll get like Pesitau and that's because 1 minute these players are there, next minute that one is not there, next minute that one is there. So I don't even know my own national team's core, you know. But with other nations, I can tell you like who are the players. Like with England, I can tell you, you'll find Harry Kanes, you'll find a Foden, you'll find what you call a Kyle Walker, a Trent, you know, those players, you get me. Then in Belgium, I'll tell you, you'll find Eden Hazard, you'll find De Bruyne, Witsel, etc. Like, you get what I'm trying to say with this, you know. Like, there's a core, you know who to expect there. When in South Africa, and other African nations also do that. I don't know what South Africa does not copy from other systems, but like, we could be so much better because we have the players, we have the skills, we are capable, we have the resources also. Like, compared to other African nations, we have the resources for us to go compete. Like, now another tournament is coming up where we're gonna go there spectators. Like, it's sad while other countries go there and support their respective nations, we are going there spectators. We did it earlier in the AFCON, we're gonna do it now in the World Cup. Like, South Africa must get a wake-up call, honestly, because now this ain't it. Like, this ain't it, you know. But yeah, moving right along. Lil Baby is on the World Cup song for this year. So shout out to Lil Baby. That's a huge bag, you know. But yeah, I listened to the song. The song is like, they sampled, you know, that song, Everybody Wants to Rule the World. That one, if you watch Powerpuff Girls, the one that Mojo Jojo, since I know I'm making a bad reference, but it's a good reference because yeah, that one that Mojo Jojo likes to sing, that song. That's why they sample that song. Yeah, it's a dope song. Shout out to him. I mean, that's big. They must test him if he knows about the World Cup. You can't be part of the World Cup and not know. They ask him what sport. They must ask him what sport. What am I saying? What is the sport that this tournament is for? Yeah. And if he says soccer, no, get him out. Nah, I'm kidding. But yeah, I must say football to see that, yeah, he knows what he's doing. You can't be having the World Cup song, then you don't know what's happening there. You must say football. You mustn't say soccer because he's from America and they call it soccer. Nah, you must keep it like that. But yeah, more sticking on the music chat, UK-based rapper Stormzy featured the special one, Mr. Jose Mourinho, on his video. That is proper, man. That's proper for Stormzy, like getting the special one. You know, one of the greatest managers to ever grace this game, you know. But yeah, that is shout out. That was a dope thing, because also in that thing they bring his interview where it was a post-match interview while he was still at United. I stand to be corrected. Yeah, I asked him something that's like, I prefer not to talk, because if I talk, I'll be in trouble. I'll be in big trouble. Jose, no ways, forget that man. That man is iconic interviews, iconic lines, no ways. That guy is a goat. He's a goat, But yeah, moving right along. Also in the music chat, shout out to local South African based rapper, The Big Hash, for being part of the FIFA 23 soundtrack. That is also a huge thing. Like FIFA, damn. Now shout out to Big Hash. He's been moving in the shadows. He's been moving in the shadows. Like, he's not out there making those, but he's making moves, and you can see FIFA. Damn. Shout out to the boy. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much about the video today. And yeah, that's pretty much my chat about the whole international thing. Players should go out there and solidify their positions in the teams and make sure that if it's a nice thing, because managers say this, that it's nice for them having a huge pool of players to select from, because they like having those headaches, not knowing who to choose, because it betters them for picking the perfect team to go there and compete, But if you can see that these are the players that it doesn't give them that much of a headache, but they want that headache to know it's okay, at least people are competing, people are raising their hands, people want to go to the World Cup, people are hungry to go represent their nations, And yeah, guys, if you want me to dive more deep into this chat about nations and selections and all of those things, guys, comment down below, and I'll be back and thinking. Also something else that I picked up on, that I saw that was pretty dope. In the international break, you expect only the first team play, but also I saw with other nations, they have the junior teams also play in this international break, which is dope. Your under 23s, I think under 17 not likely, but under 23 and under 21, most probably, which is a good thing, especially that's something that should be done in SA, because the only time where I hear of the under 23 playing is when they are playing games to qualify for the Olympics or going to the Olympics. That's it, and this is a bad thing, because that bridge from the under 23 and the first team is not there, and now you have there's no link that helps them gain experience, and now when they go to when they get promoted to the first team, they become proper players, players that have experience, that can go there. Now we depend on this thing that all players are experienced, which is a bad thing. It's honestly a bad thing, that one, because if you're gonna depend on all players for experience, but you're not giving the young ones experience, where's that bridge? Let's copy, I said, guys, let's copy other nations. There's nothing wrong in copying. Joachim Löw did it with Germany when he took a young team to the World Cup 2010. The Ozils of this world, Kroos, Müller, Neuer, they were fairly young. The Lam was Lam and Schweinsteiger were more of the experienced senior players at that time, but they went there as a young team and they competed. They bowled out in the semis or quarters, one of the two. I don't remember, but it's either the semis or the quarters. No, the semis. They bowled out either the semis, which is a good thing. Then it pushed them when 4 years later, when the World Cup was in Brazil, they won the World Cup, because they had now the experience, they were ready, they competed, they saw the vision. Also Italy did it. They failed to qualify for the 2018 World Cup, I think, 2018 World Cup. Then they scratched that team. Then they built a new team, they went there, won the Euros, do that, copy other teams, like copy other teams. I mean, also Spain did it when in early 2008 when they also started with a young team. I mean, in those Euros, they went with the Torres and them were fairly young. They like the only players that were, I think Casillas had experience because he was there. Xavi also because he played they were there part of the 2006 World Cup. But then 2010 came and they won. You see what I'm trying to say with this, guys? It's not like let's copy other nations and try things, because what we are doing is showing us we have failed countless times. Like the last time we qualified, I don't even know. The last time we even competed, don't even know. Because this thing of us being fixated on our old triumphs, like every time you get doing, people tell you about 96 AFCON, 96 AFCON, 96 AFCON. Like, guys, it does not help. Or even like South Africa, Bafana, like Safa is woo. But yeah, let me not dwell too much on that topic. Yeah, but if you want me to dive deep, I'll dive deep, also get other people so we can have this conversation get other heads and see what they feel about this. But yeah, guys, that's about it, man, from this episode. Yeah, it's been your boy Senseii, the realist, the illest, the master, the operator, the one that did it before it was done. And yes, guys, this was Kicking It With Senseii.